to all of you children. In today's session, we'll be learning about preposition, that is worksheet 14. Okay, I hope you are ready with your workbook. So in the last session, we have discussed about it. So today we are moving on to a detailed session of the preposition. Okay, so before we move on to it, let me ask you a few questions. Janita, come on, tell me, what is a preposition? What is a preposition? Can you hear me? Yes.
Ma'am, preposition.
Preposition means what? What you have understood about preposition? First of all, we need to know a preposition. Prepositions are, yes, Nora, if you know it, you can answer. Come on, Nora.
A preposition is a word that shows us the relation of a noun or part of a noun.
Okay.
Sentence.
Okay. So first of all, we need to know that a prepositions are position words. What are prepositions, children? Position words. Okay. It tells us the position where a person, a place, or an animal or a thing is located. Is that clear to all of you? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Prepositions are position words. As we have learnt about the nouns, nouns are naming words. Verbs are action words. Okay, so prepositions are position words. What are preposition? Position words. Is that clear to all of you? Okay, verbs are action words. So we can show the action. Prepositions are position words, where it has been placed. It tells us the position where a person, a place, or animal, or a thing is. Is that clear to all of you? Okay, then we're moving on to the detailed of it. It tells us the relation between a noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. Is that clear? That is what the definition tells us. Definition, in simple terms, we have to know that prepositions are position words. It tells us where a person, a place, an animal, or a thing is, where it is, the position of it. Okay, now where are you sitting? You're sitting on a chair. It tells us the position, where are you sitting? Okay, where was your computer or the laptop? Where have you placed it? What is the position of it? You have placed it on the table. So the laptop is on the table, or the books are on the table. It tells us the position where a person, a place, or animal, or a thing is. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. Then it also tells us the relation. Relation means what is the relation between you and your chair? You are sitting on the chair. So it tells us the relation between the noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. I hope it's very clear to all of you. Is that clear to all of you? Put a thumbs up if it's clear. So prepositions are position words. Okay? It tells you, where was the water bottle? The water bottle is on the table. So it tells us the position where the water bottle is. Okay, where are you sitting? You are sitting on the chair. It tells us the position, where are you sitting? Where is your mummy? Your mummy is in the kitchen. Okay, so it tells us the position where it is, the position of the things are. Okay, now, let's move on to the topic now, children. So in the last class, we have already learnt about a very common, some prepositions we have learnt. Okay, so let's move on to the topic. Okay, children, are you all ready? Okay, so we are on the topic preposition. What are we learning in today's class? Preposition. We know prepositions are position words. What it is called? Position words. It tells us where a person, a place, an animal, or a thing is. Okay, then it also tells us the relation between a noun or a pronoun and the other part of the sentence. Noun or a pronoun with the other part of the sentence. Is that clear? It shows the relationship between the noun or the pronoun with the other part of the sentence. Is that clear to all of you? Now let's move on to the topic. Okay, so in the last session, we have seen about certain examples. Okay, these are the examples we have seen. So such preposition that we have learned in the last class are some of the very common preposition of place. Okay, preposition of place. In the last class, that is the last session, we learned about some very common preposition of place. We have seen many examples for preposition of place. These are the examples we see. Okay, so let's move on to it. The preposition of place shows the position or the location of a noun or a pronoun. Are you learning? Can you understand what I'm saying? So in the last class, we have learnt about the many examples for preposition of place. We have learnt about in, on, above, under, over, among, near, behind, beside, between. All these we have learnt. All these are preposition of place. Okay? Preposition of place shows the position or the location of a noun or a pronoun. Clear? Okay, these preposition that we have learned in the last session tells about the position of a noun or a pronoun. Position means where it has been placed, the position where it has been placed. Okay, the preposition of place also tells us the location. In today's class, we'll be learning about the preposition of place also tells us the location of a noun or a pronoun. First, let's have a recap on it and then we move on to it. Okay. Have you understood, children? I'll come to you. In the last class, children, we have learned about certain very commonly used preposition of place. Okay, in, on, under, beside, between, near, among, over, above. All these what we have learned all are preposition of place. Okay. Very commonly used preposition of place. So preposition of place tells us two things. Once it tells us the position. Second, it tells about the location. Location means area. Area where something or someone is located. Okay. In the last session, we have learnt about the position where a noun or a pronoun is located. Okay. And the second one that we are going to learn in today's class is the same thing. The preposition also tells about the location. Location means area where something is located. Clear? Okay. So preposition of place, what all it tells us? Two things. One, it is the position, and the next one, it is the location. Clear? Clear? So in the last class, we have learnt about the preposition of place. The same thing you need not to know, but two things as it is in our book, we have to learn. Okay, the preposition of place, it tells about the position. Position means what, children? Where it is being placed. Okay, position. So when it also tells about the location. Location means area where it is located. Okay, so let's move on to it. Okay, I'll tell you. So here, see all of you, please have a look at it. Preposition of place shows what? Position. Okay? And also it tells about what? Location of a noun or a pronoun. So in the last session, we have learnt about very common preposition of place. What is a very common preposition of place that tells about the position? That is in, on, above, under, over, among, near, behind, beside, and between. All these are the prepositions. Let's move on. Let's have a recap on it. Okay? In is a preposition of place which tells about the position. Position means it tells about the position where the rat is. Okay, it tells about the position. Where is the rat, children? The rat is in the hole. Okay, the rat is in the hole. It tells about the position. Where is the rat is? The rat is in the hole. Okay, now where is the bat, children? The bat is in the kit. The bat is in the kit. Okay, now where are the toys? Where are the toys? The toys are in the basket. The toys are in the basket. Clear to all of you? So all these are preposition of place, which tells us the position where someone or something is. Okay, now let's move on to the next example, on. Okay, on means what, children? What is the position of the cat here? The cat is on the table. Here on tells us the position of the cat. Okay, it tells us about where is the cat is. The cat is on the table. Where are the fruits? The fruits are on the table. Okay. Where is the cat? Where is the cat? Under the table. Can you see? It is under the table. So this position, it is called as the under. Okay. Where is the lion? The lion is sitting under the tree. The lion is sitting under the tree. Okay. The naughty cat jumped over the table. Have you seen over means like this? Okay. So all these tells us the position. So preposition means it tells us the position of a person or a thing is. Okay. Now, where was the aeroplane, children? The aeroplane is flying over the building. Okay, it tells us the aeroplane is flying over the building. See, the horse jumped over the fence. The horse jumped over the fence. Yes. Now we'll move on to between. Between means between two things, and something is in the center of two things or two persons. The cat is sitting between two boys. Okay, the cat is sitting between two boys. You can see the horse here. Where is the horse? The horse is standing between two zebras. Okay, the cat is sitting between two boys. Among. Among means something in the center and it is surrounded by more than two things. If it is two things, we use between. If it is more than two, if something is in the center and it is surrounded by more than two things, we use the preposition among. Is that clear? So the lion is sitting among his cubs. The girl is standing among. Among means it is surrounded by many flowers and butterflies. Okay, now beside means I've already told you. I told you the difference between the near and beside. Beside means very next to. Okay, very clear. And near is your house is near to the temple. Okay, so it is a little bit far, but it's not very far off, but it is close to. Okay, so in that case, we use near. But here, when it is very close to, we use the word beside. That is the difference between beside and near. So you can see this example tells you beside means sitting very next to. Okay, very close to, touching each other. So the girl is sitting beside her mother. Okay. Now, where is the lamp? The lamp is hanging above the table. Above, the grapes are hanging above the ground. Okay. So, in today's class, we are learning about the preposition of All of you, please do listen, children. Preposition of place. It is not mentioned in your book, children, but we have to learn it. Only just for you have to understand. Preposition of place, it tells about two things. What are the two things it tells us? One, it tells about the position. Okay, and the other, it tells about the location. Location means what? Position means where it is being placed. Location means area where it is located. Area means what? Which area you're from. Okay, it tells us where are you staying? I'm staying in Thrissur. Okay, so it tells us the area. Under the position, we learnt about certain prepositions. Okay, so let's move on to it.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, 1 minute. Can you see it, children? Can you see the board, all of you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have learnt about under the position, we have learnt about in. In means what, children? What is the position of in is? It is, the ball is in the box. Have all of you understood? On means what, children? On. What is the position of the ball here? What is the position of the ball here? It is on the table or on the box. Okay, this is on. And what is the next thing we have learned? Under. Under means under. This is the table. Under means where it is here. So it tells us, all these preposition tells us the position of the things. Okay. Okay. Next one, we have learned about the above. Above means what, children? If something is above, that is, if something is above us, this is the above. Okay, have you understood above? Then we learnt about over. Over means if something is hanging above us. Okay, this is over. Then we learnt about between. Between means what, children? If something is in the center of two things. Okay, if something is between, imagine that the ball is between the two tables. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Between. Among, A-M-O-N-G. Among means what? The ball is between. It is among means it is surrounded by more than two. Okay, is that clear to all of you? Have you understood the difference between among and near? Okay, now we'll move on to near. Near means what, children? Is something your house is near to the temple. So means it is a far off, near. Okay, beside, we have learned, beside means very near to. Okay, this is what beside means. Two persons are sitting very close to. Okay, two persons are sitting very close to, we use the beside. Then we learnt about beside, behind. Then we learned, you know about behind. Behind means what, children? That we haven't learned, but still behind means is something at the back of. Okay, is something is hiding at the back. Okay, so have all of you learned all these? Have all of you understood this, children? Have you understood the position? Okay, Have all of you understood the position of the things? So the preposition of place, it tells us the position and also the location. Now we are moving on to the location of the things. Okay. So all of you look at it. So first one is the position. We saw the position of the things now. Now we are moving on to the location. Location means what? In. Only we are learning about in and at. Okay. In tells us about the countries, cities and towns. What does it tell us, children? Countries, cities and towns. Clear? We use preposition in when we are talking about the location, that is the area. When we are talking about the countries, cities and towns. Is that clear to all of you? So the preposition in is used for countries, cities and towns, where the area where something or someone is located in. Okay? Then we are moving on to the preposition at. At means it tells us someone or something at a particular point. It tells us at a specific point. It tells us the specific point or the location. At means it tells us the specific point, okay, or the location where something is located. Have all of you understood this? Have all of you understood, children? So, preposition of place in the last session, we learnt about the position where something is located. Here, in today's class, we are learning about the preposition of place also tells us about the location. Location means area. In is used when we are talking about the countries, cities and towns, and at is used when we are talking about the specific point or the location where something or someone is located. Clear? Now let's move on to it. Okay? So, all of you please have a look at it. So, preposition of place also show the location of a noun or a pronoun. Is that clear? We use in when we are talking about the countries, cities and towns. Is that clear? Okay, when we are talking about countries, cities and towns, we use the preposition in. He lives in Australia. Where does he live? Where does he live? He lives in Australia. He was born in India. Where was he born? He was born in India. So have you understood, children? So preposition in is also used as position words to say that something is in the box, and is also in is used when we are talking about the countries, cities and towns. Is that clear to all of you? Okay, it is also used to show the location. Location means an area where a noun or a pronoun is. Clear to all of you? In, have all of you understood? Okay, so he lives in Australia. He was born in India. Now we'll move on to the next word, what we are going to learn today's class, at. What did I tell you? At indicates a point where something is located. It tells us the specific point. Okay, it tells us the specific point or the location where a noun is located, or it tells us someone or something at a particular point. Okay, where someone or something at a particular point. The meeting was at the office. It tells us the point, it tells us the specific point where someone or something is. Okay, is that clear to all of you? So today's class, what have we learned, children? We learned about the location. Which are the two words we learned in today's class? In is used when? Where do we use the preposition in? Where do we use the preposition in?
Point.
In is used? Come on.
Countries.
When you're talking about
Countries, towns and cities.
Okay, we use it. At is used when we use the preposition at.
Town and city.
Place,
point, location.
At a specific point where someone or something at a particular
point.
use at a particular. Okay, where are you? I'm at home. You are at home. So we are a particular point. Okay, where are you now? You're at home. Okay, so we use the preposition. Okay, when we are talking about cities or towns, we use in. When we are
In.
we use the preposition at.
Ma'am,
I hope
I
it's clear.
have any tissue, that's why.
What is that? Who's that?
Tarfina.
Arfin.
She has some knit tissue there.
Okay, then that's okay. So I hope we have understood. When we are talking about the countries, towns, and cities, and at, it is used with someone or something at a particular point. You are at home. Is that clear? When someone something at a particular point. I am at school. Okay, at a particular point. So to tell about a particular point, we use the preposition at. When we're talking about the countries, towns, we use the preposition in. Okay, so in the last session, we learned about certain preposition that tells us about the preposition of position. Okay, we learned about only two preposition that tells us about the location. Location means what? Area.
Area.
You're at home. I'm at school. Is that clear?
Yes.
So have all of you understood the meeting
Yes.
at the office?
Yes.
You can say I'm at the library. Library means it tells you about the specific point where are you in. Okay, or you can say that I'm at the library or I work at a bank. Okay, so let's move on to all of you. Please do take your workbook.
Yes, ma'am.
A few exercise which is there. All of you, I think so. It's page number 36. So only 4 exercises we are doing, children. The other 2 we'll be doing it in the next class. Why means we haven't learned about it. Okay. So Shah Rukh Khan, who can give me Anna Mary, come on, Anna. Read the question quickly. I hope it's all clear. So in the last class, we learned about the same preposition which tells us about the position. But in today's class, we learned about 2 prepositions which tells us about the location. That is the area where something or someone is located. Okay, now where does Shah Rukh Khan lives? Come on, Anna. Have you unmuted it? Shah Rukh Khan lives.
Ma'am,
Come on, read.
can leave dash Mumbai.
Okay, here it tells about the city.
Mumbai.
In Mumbai. Very good. Okay, Roshit, come on, Roshit. Come on, read the next question. Come on, Roshit.
He was
Born.
dash India.
Okay, so what will we do?
In.
Very good. It tells about the country here. So we have to use the preposition in. Is that clear to all of you? Okay, Dia, come on, Dia. Do the next one for me, Dia. Read the next question. Yes.
My mother is not dash home.
Yes. Here it tells about, it doesn't say about any country, any town or cities, but it tells about
is not in home.
Specific place. So what we have to do, which preposition do we have to use?
My mother is not
Come on. At, very good. At it is. Okay. When it talks about a country or a town or a city, which preposition we have to use, children? We have to use the preposition in.
At.
When it tells about a specific point or a particular point where something is located, we have to use preposition at. Clear? Okay, Nora, come on, Nora, do the next one for me. I arrived.
I arrived dash the station on time.
Okay, so here, which preposition do you use there, in or at? Very good. Here it tells about the specific point, station. So we have to use at. It doesn't tell us about any country or city or town here. Is that clear to all of you? Okay. I hope it's clear. Today's class, I hope you all have understood. Have all of you understood, children? Is that clear to all of you? So the same preposition, that is the last class, last session, we learned about certain preposition that is very commonly used preposition that is used for preposition of place to tell about the position where something is located. And today we learned about two prepositions that tells us about the location where someone or something is located. It is used where, children? To tell about the countries, cities, or towns. When we talk about a specific point, which preposition do we use? Come on, we are going to wind up today's session.
At.
When we talk about countries, cities, and towns, which preposition do we use? When we talk about a specific point, which preposition do we use? Very good, children. So once again,